All right, welcome back everybody for another deep dive. Today we're talking chronic pain.
Yes.
Now, not just how to deal with it, pop a pill and make it go away,
Right.
but how to manage it naturally. And we've got some excerpts here from
Yes.
Managing Chronic Pain Naturally.
Yeah. It's a really great source.
And we're going to break down some of the key takeaways.
Yeah.
Help you figure out how to navigate all the choices out there.
Exactly. And I think one of the biggest things that this source really emphasizes is the importance of a holistic approach.
Okay, so what does that actually mean?
Well, it's kind of like, if you have a leaky roof in your house,
Yeah.
you can keep patching the ceiling over and over again,
Oh.
or you can go up and actually fix the roof.
Right.
And so with a holistic approach to pain management, you're really trying to get at the root cause of the pain.
Got it. So we're not just mopping up the water.
Exactly.
We're fixing the leak.
We're going to fix the leak.
So where do these natural approaches fit into all of this?
Well, they actually can help us address those underlying causes.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, the source talks about acupuncture.
Ah, I see.
And I know a lot of people are a little squeamish about needles.
Yeah, needles aren't exactly my idea of a good time.
Right. But what the source really highlights is that it's not just some mystical thing.
Right.
It actually has scientific backing. There are studies that show it can be really effective for certain types of pain,
Interesting. Like what?
especially back pain and osteoarthritis.
Okay.
And it works by stimulating these specific points on the body,
Oh, wow.
which can trigger the release of endorphins, which are our natural painkillers.
So it's almost like hitting a reset button on your nervous system.
Yeah, you can think about it that way. And, there are different styles of acupuncture as well.
Right.
Like traditional Chinese medicine views it as balancing energy flow,
Ah.
while Western medicine focuses more on the nerve stimulation aspect.
So it's kind of approaching it from two different angles. Huh. That's super interesting. Now, the source also talks about yoga,
Yes.
but isn't that more about like flexibility and,
Yeah, a lot of people think that.
stretching?
But the source actually points out that there are specific yoga poses
What?
that can help strengthen the muscles that support your back.
I see.
And this can be especially helpful for people who suffer from chronic back pain.
So which poses are we talking about here?
Well, some of the ones they mention are like cat-cow,
Oh, yeah.
downward-facing dog child's pose.
I've heard of those.
And they're all really good for gently strengthening those key muscles.
Okay.
And there are even studies mentioned where yoga was actually more effective than standard physical therapy
Wow.
at relieving back pain.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So it seems like, these different approaches, they can really work together.
Absolutely.
What else do we have?
Another big one that the source goes into is mindfulness meditation.
Okay, now this one, I'm not sure I totally understand. How does that help with pain?
Well, the idea is not necessarily to make the pain disappear,
Okay.
but rather to change your relationship to it.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like, imagine you're holding a hot coal.
Okay.
The tighter you grip it, the more it burns.
Right.
So mindfulness is kind of like loosening your grip on that coal.
I see.
There are studies that show it can actually help to break this cycle of pain,
Interesting.
where pain leads to fear, and then that fear causes tension,
Huh.
which then just makes the pain worse.
Right, right.
So mindfulness is about recognizing the pain without letting it control you.
Okay, so you're not trying to push it away.
Yeah,
You're just sort of acknowledging it and letting it be.
exactly.
Interesting. Okay, so out of all these approaches that we've talked about, is there one that really stands out to you?
You know what I find really fascinating is just how individualized these approaches are.
Okay.
The source really makes a point of saying that there's no one-size-fits-all solution.
Right, because everybody's different.
Exactly what works for one person might not work for another. And it really is a journey of discovery to find what works best for you.
So you've got to experiment a little bit.
Yeah, to
Figure out what works for your body.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to work with healthcare professionals.
Ah, I see.
Because they can help you tailor these approaches to your specific needs
Yeah.
and your medical history.
Right, so you're not just, going in blind.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about this idea of holistic pain management.
Right.
We've explored acupuncture,
Yes.
yoga,
Yeah.
and mindfulness meditation.
3 great options.
That's a lot.
It is a lot, and we've only just scratched the surface.
Right.
The source really emphasizes that this is just the beginning.
So where do we go from here?
Well, as you start exploring these different approaches, one thing that can be really helpful is to keep a journal of your experiences.
A pain journal.
Yeah.
What would I even write in that?
Anything and everything.
Okay.
What you tried, how your body responded,
Mm.
what made the pain better or worse. And it can really help you fine-tune your strategy.
I see.
Become your own best advocate for your health.
That's a great idea. I like that. All right, so as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yes.
the main takeaway here is that this is just the first step.
Exactly.
There's a whole world of natural pain management out there waiting to be explored.
Absolutely.
Keep learning. Keep asking questions.
Keep advocating for your own well-being.
Exactly. And we'll catch you next time on another deep dive.
See you then.
Bye, everybody.